So word problems. The sum of two natural numbers is 8 and the difference of their reciprocals is 2 upon 15. We want to find the numbers, right? So two natural numbers and we want to find those. So we can start by saying let the two natural, so the sum of the two natural numbers is 8, right? So I can say let the two natural numbers be, so if one of the numbers is x, right, and since the sum of the two is 8, if one is x, the other one will have to be 8 minus x, right? Sum of the two natural numbers is 8, so let the two natural numbers be x and 8 minus x. That's my first thing that they've given here. The difference of their reciprocals is 2 upon 15, right? Now the reciprocal of x is 1 upon x, and the reciprocal of 8 minus x is 1 upon 8 minus x, right? Their difference is given to me as 2 upon 15, and this here will be my equation based on the given condition, right? So what I need to do though is I'll have to simplify this equation a little so that it looks like a quadratic equation, and then I shall be able to solve it. Okay, and to do that, first thing that we'll need to do will be to take the LCM at this step. So, cross multiply here to get the LCM. So therefore I can say 1 into 8 minus x, 8 minus x, and minus 1 into x, so minus x, and the entire thing divided by x into 8 minus x is equal to 2 upon 15, right? Just taking the LCM here to solve that. Simplifying this a little further, 8 minus x makes it 8 minus 2x divided by, let's expand the bracket here, so that is 8x minus x squared. Remember, it's the distributive property, x gets multiplied to both them, and this is equal to 2 upon 15 this time for. Right, now to simplify this further, let's try to bring all the terms in the numerator. For that we'll have to cross multiply them, so the term here, the denominator on the left hand side will get multiplied with the numerator on the right, and the denominator on the right gets multiplied with the numerator on the left. So 15 into 8 we know is 120, minus 15 into 2 is 30, x is equal to 2 into 8 is 16x, and 2 into minus 1 is minus 2x squared. So this is the equation we are ending up with. So as you can see, we've already got an equation with a single term and the highest power being x squared. So we are already getting our quadratic equation over here. But don't forget, you always try to write a quadratic equation in the standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. So let's take the terms on equal to 0. So let's take all the terms on the left hand side of the equation. So minus 2 from here from this side becomes plus 2x squared. Plus 16 here, so let's take we've taken the minus 2 here to here, we've taken the plus 16 from here to here, so plus 16 on this side becomes minus, so minus 30 minus 16 makes it minus 46x, right, and we have a plus 120 at the end is equal to 0. So this here is my equation in the standard form, and I can solve it here, but just before that, if you notice, we have 2x squared minus 46x and plus 120. All of these three coefficients, all of these three terms here, all of these three numbers have a common multiple of 2. So what we can do is we can divide this entire equation by 2. So or you can say we are taking 2 common out, right? So 2x squared upon 2 will give me x squared. Minus 46x upon 2 will make it minus 23x, right? And plus 120 upon 2 will make it plus 60 equal to 0. So this becomes a little easier to solve. Okay, so we have x squared minus 23x plus 60 is equal to 0. Generally, the questions that you will see with the word problems will be those types of questions which can be solved by the factorization method, and this can be done too. So let's just draw our rough work on this side. So it is 1 into 60, so our product that we need to get is 60, and the sum that we need to get from that, the sum of the two factors, will be minus 23. So two numbers multiplied should give me 60, and add it should give me minus 23. Right? So those two numbers will be minus 20 and minus 3. Right? So because minus 20 into minus 3 will give me plus 60, and minus 20 plus minus 3 will give me minus 23. Right? That's the split of the middle term. So therefore x squared minus 20x minus 3x plus 60 is equal to 0. Right? Furthermore, now when we factorize it out, therefore if I factorize the first and second term, I can take an x common, and in the bracket I'll be left with x minus 20. Between the third and fourth term, I can take a minus 3 common, and in the bracket I'll be left with an x minus 20, and this is equal to 0. So therefore, now you see an x minus 20 here and x minus 20 here, so taking that x minus 20 common, the other bracket we have is x minus 3, and this here is equal to 0. So at long last we've come to the zero product rule. When two terms multiplied gives me 0, either the first term, therefore I could say therefore I could say x minus 20 is equal to 0, or I can say x minus 3 is equal to 0. Now if I solve these equations, the first one, minus 20 on this side, take it to the other, becomes plus. So x is equal to 20, or minus 3 here, take it to the other side, becomes plus. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. So if I take this to the other side, I get x is equal to 3. Okay, so I have two numbers here, either x is equal to 20 or x is equal to 3. Now, understand one thing. Remember, it's a quadratic equation, so you will end up getting two values for x. But it may not be true that both. But as you can see in this condition, it's not necessary that both these answers are valid for us, because if we revisit the question, the first line tells us that the sum of the two natural numbers is 8. Now, if the sum of the two natural numbers is 8, it is not possible for x to have the value of 20, right? So therefore, I'll say that since the sum of the natural numbers is 8, right? X is equal to 20 is rejected, right? Because it's not possible for x to hold that value, and therefore the valid answer for me, right, is x is equal to 3. Now remember, if x is equal to 3, the sum of the two numbers was 8, so the other number, which was 8 minus x, will be equal to 8 minus 3, which is equal to 5. So the two natural numbers that we were looking for were 3 and 5. That will be my final answer. Now it's a word problem, so you have to write a final answer as a statement. Therefore, the required natural numbers are 3 and 5. This is our final answer, which we will put in our answer rectangle.